Oh, pessoal, já está a ser transmitido. Ora bem, boas noites a todos, pessoal, mas vocês devem estar a ouvir esta música maravilhosa do Deus Ex, né, de fundo, porque pronto, isto fica assim. Assim, esta maravilhástica musicazinha de fundo. Deixa cá ver que eu quero ver aqui uma coisa primeiro. Não, quero isto assim. Já vemos ainda. Portanto, pessoal, boas noites a todos. Aí que eu vou sair aqui uma cena, fazer assim e vou passar já para o jogo. No princípio transmite logo, é uma maravilha, e vamos passar para aqui, hein? Coisa mais linda. Coisa mais linda. Eu vou baixar aqui um bocado o som. Mais ou menos assim. Subir também, para isto ficar com uma sonoridade um bocadinho mais bonitinha. Pá, como vocês podem ver, isto não está no máximo. Por isso está aqui tudo muito bonitinho. Jason Stories, Extra Options, Shop, Square Enix. Vocês já sabem que isto aqui em casa está tudo aberto-me a cagar. Isto é aqui à vontade, que é para isto de apanhar ar, que isto está calor e tal. Portanto, eu vou já começar o jogo, e o que é que eu vou fazer? Eu vou basicamente, não digo a primeira hora do jogo, mas, por exemplo, fazer 1 hora de live stream é como se fosse a primeira hora do jogo, vá. Basicamente é isso. Portanto, agora vou começar story. Vou começar de novo. Give me a challenge. Sim. You can enjoy Deus Ex Mankind Divided as a standalone experience. You can also relive the events of Deus Ex Human Revolution, which took place 2 years prior, by watching a 12 minutes recap video. Do you want to watch the video? Sim, nós vamos ver o vídeo e eu não quero saber porque não vi isto.
The year was 2027. Advances in biotechnology were helping people improve their physical and mental abilities to an amazing degree. Provided, of course, they had enough money.
Boas noites a todas as pessoas que aí estão.
A new breed of people was emerging, half human, half machine. And in Detroit, at least, not everyone was happy to see it. I'd just landed a job as head of security at Sarif Industries, a cutting-edge biotech firm. David Sarif himself handpicked me for the job. Said he needed me to keep his people safe.
Ei, ele tá diferente aqui o Sarif.
Was one of them. Brilliant neuroscientist, Megan had found a way to make augmentation safe and affordable for everyone. All she had to do was present her research to Congress. But the night before her big meeting, my security measures failed. A team of Black Op mercenaries stormed into Sarif headquarters, massacring everyone in sight. 3 of the mercs were heavily augmented walking tanks. Their mission? Take out Megan and her team. I tried to stop them, but their leader tossed me through a plate glass wall. Last thing I heard as his bullets slammed into my brain was Megan's dying scream. I should have died with her. Only I didn't. High-end military-grade enhancements saved my life. The best augmentation Sarif's money could buy. It took me half a year to get a feel for him. Should have taken longer. But 6 months into my recovery, Sarif Industries was attacked again. This time, by a radical group of pro-human purists. Violent, militant, and fanatically opposed to human augmentation. They claimed to be members of Humanity Front, a non-profit organization that wanted the UN to limit biotechnology research. The thugs broke into Sarif's factory and found machinists working overtime on a top-secret military augment called the Typhoon. Sarif sent me to retrieve it, and when I did, I found one of the so-called purists next to it, wired with cerebral implants, trying to download its
Aí está o meu
classified
cão
specs.
todo louco o jogo.
Obviously, something more was going on. The Og killed himself before I could question him. Sarif ordered me to dig deeper, So with the help of Frank Pritchard, Sarif's head of cybersecurity, I did. Turns out a second hacker had been controlling the AUG's actions from somewhere off-site. Pritchard and I tracked his signal to a secret FEMA internment camp in Detroit. The Black Op mercenaries were there. The same mercs who'd left me for dead 6 months before. Figured they'd try again when they saw me. Wasn't so easy for them this time. I took out the tank named Barrett. Even got him to give me a new lead. A penthouse apartment in China. Of course, we both knew it would be a trap in the end. Hengsha Island, China. Home to a city so crowded, they had to build a second city on top of it. Trying to find clues in Hengsha wouldn't be easy. Lucky for me, I wasn't alone. Farida Malik,
Foda-se, estas bandas sonoras, não foda-se.
had lived in Hengsha before. A good person to have on your side. She knew enough about the place to get me around. Malik dropped me in the lower city, close to the penthouse Barrett had told me about. Bell Tower Associates, a private security firm under contract to the Chinese government, had agents tossing the suite when I arrived. Just not for the reason I'd been expecting. Turns out the man who lived there was a criminal hacker named Van Bruggen. The same hacker who'd been remotely controlling the AUG in Sarif's factory. Van Bruggen's panicked decision to force the man to commit suicide had been a mistake. Now his mercenary partners were gunning for him, and I needed to find him before they did. Locating Van Bruggen meant playing nice with the Triads, Hengsha's organized crime lords. They had the hacker holed up inside a low-rent capsule hotel. By the time I found him, Van Bruggen had no qualms giving up the woman who hired him. Zhao Yunru, president of the Taiyang Medical Corporation. According to Van Bruggen, Zhao wanted to monopolize the augmentation industry and had hired Black Op mercenaries to destabilize her competition. Sarif Industries was at the top of her list. To prove this, I needed to get inside TYM and grab a surveillance hologram off a server. I suspected Van Bruggen was hiding something when he told me this, but nothing could have prepared me for what I saw. Megan wasn't dead. She and her 4 best researchers had been kidnapped, spirited away somewhere while their kidnappers made it look like they were dead. Desperate to learn more, I confronted Zhao in her penthouse. She claimed to be a pawn in a bigger plan, and hinted at a group so powerful it controlled global interests at a whim. Then she slipped into a panic room and hit the alarm, forcing me to make a very quick exit. I figured Zhao was lying, but part of her confession made sense. David Sarif had been worried about his people. So worried, he'd require all of them to have subdermal locator devices surgically implanted. The GPOs would have been broadcasting the day of the attack. But Zhao said a single call to Picus, the world's leader in global 24-hour satellite news, had turned those signals off. I needed to fly to Picus headquarters in Montreal if I wanted to learn more.
Yep.
Eliza Kassan, Picus Communications' First Lady of News. Malik thought I was reaching when I told her Eliza was involved in this. The world's most famous news anchor, working with a mercenary hit squad. But when I confronted Kassan in her office, she freely admitted to jamming Detroit satellites the night Megan's team had been taken. Said she's just been following her commands. I suspected she wanted to say more. But Black Op mercenaries showed up, looking to shut us both down. And just like that, the Eliza I'd been talking to disappeared. The mercs were led by an augmented killer I crossed paths with twice before. Fedorova, a woman who'd made silence her best friend. She waited for me to track Eliza's transmission to a secret server room underneath the Picus complex, then jumped me from behind. A deadly fight ensued. I made sure she never moved silently again. With Fedorova down, and no one left to keep Eliza quiet, she reappeared. Turns out Picus's First Lady of News wasn't a lady at all. She was a sophisticated AI program, engineered to monitor data streams and control what people believed. Eliza told me the Mercs had brought in a Humanity Front doctor named Isaiah Sandoval to remove the scientist's implanted tracking devices while Detroit's satellites were down. She also told me to speak to David Sarif if I wanted to learn more. By the time Malik and I got back to Detroit, tensions between normal and augmented citizens had reached a flashpoint. Riots were breaking out in several cities.
Oh,
The UN was being urged to intervene.
Ali aquele.
Sarif was trying hard to convince Hugh Darrow, the inventor turned philanthropist who'd once been a leading proponent of enhancement technologies, to
Estava
help
ali
stop the
retângulo.
possible
Se calhar
regulatory
era do
vote.
programa de live stream.
Sarif had a lot riding on Darrow. Megan's discovery would have given millions of people the chance to evolve beyond their normal human abilities, and at the same
Yes.
time catapulted Sarif Industries to the top of the Fortune 500. According to Sarif, Megan's kidnappers knew this
Não,
and didn't want people evolving unless
Aye,
they could control
Felipe.
how it was done. He called his enemies Illuminati and urged me to
Illuminati.
keep searching.
Não, ainda não acabou a
Determined to
chat,
do
ainda
so,
não acabou.
I
Tem calma,
tracked
que eu
down
estou a contar
Sandoval,
basicamente a
America's
história do
most
primeiro jogo.
outspoken augmentation opponent, Bill Taggart, Sandoval's boss and
Qual é quem
founder
quer?
of Humanity Front. Sandoval admitted to operating on Megan's team when I confronted him, but said he hadn't removed their GPLs. He'd merely
Felipe,
switched them to a different frequency.
não pretendo nem comprar nem a
Pritchard was able
Xbox
to trace
One nem a
oil signals to
PS4.
China.
Não tenho intenções de
Malik
comprar
and I
consolas.
immediately took off in pursuit. Unfortunately, the
Não
Illuminati
tenho
was
essa
still ahead.
necessidade.
Ambushed. Shot out of the sky by Bell Tower Associates seconds after entering Hengsha's airspace. Malik's piloting skills saved me. After a tense and bitter struggle, I escaped into Lower Hengsha. The tracking signal I was following led straight to the Triads, or more specifically, to the augmented arm of Tong Si-hung, leader of a gang of augmentation harvesters. Tong said they'd taken the arm off a corpse, which Bell Tower had left at their door, meaning at least one of Serif's scientists was dead. Maybe not the rest of them, though. Tong pointed me to a port used for human
E morreu.
trafficking and helped me slip
Yeah.
aboard a Bell Tower
E
ship.
morreu. A Mela que por acaso tive pena do final que a moça teve.
Bell Tower was holding kidnapped civilians as prisoners there, and using them to perfect the Hyron project, a human-computer interface that
Caso é
left most of
verdade,
its test
esta cena
subjects dead.
é bué twisted.
My search for Megan would have ended then, if not for a mysterious ally named Quinn. In exchange for my help exposing Bell Tower, he slipped me aboard a second ship headed to Singapore and an Illuminati-run biotech facility called Omega Ranch. 3 of Serif's scientists were there, forced by their captors to create a technology capable of remotely shutting down augmented abilities. Thanks to an emergency recall notice issued by the World Health Organization, millions of people all over the world already had the biochip installed. With the help of the scientists, I tracked Megan to a private section of the ranch. There, I ran into Yaron Namir.
Olha, este gajo também foi chato de se
Put a
matar.
bullet in my brain the first time we met. He'd teamed up with Zhao and was hoping to catch me off guard. Their little ambush didn't work. I found Megan in a suite belonging to Hugh Darrow, the billionaire philanthropist who'd Sarif had called on for help. Darrow had convinced her to go along with the biochip plan by promising to sabotage the tech. As she was explaining this, Darrow appeared in a global broadcast, telling the world that augmentations would be the death of mankind. Then he activated the biochips.
As pessoas começam a virar loucas. Por acaso esta
All over
parte
the
está
world,
engraçada.
augmented people flew into a killing
Nota-se
frenzy.
perfeitamente o quão frágil
Darrow
é,
had betrayed everyone.
é
It was
um
up to
pá,
me to set things right.
é uma tecnologia.
To do it, I had to reach Panchaea, a massive installation in the Arctic Ocean. As I raced through corridors built by an all-augmented
Por mais avançada que a
workforce,
tecnologia
I saw
seja, ela
death
vai
and
sempre continuar a ser
destruction
frágil.
firsthand. By the time I shut down Darrow's broadcast, I knew the damage he'd done. Still, humanity's future remained unclear. How would the world react to this sabotage? Would people ever regain their faith in augmentations again? What would be the Illuminati's next move? Only time give us the answers.
Esta coisa ainda é grandita. Pronto, agora é que o jogo vai começar. Square Enix Eidos Montreal.
I once thought I could save the world. Now look at it.
In yet another augmented terror attack, 251 passengers aboard Sister Airlines Flight 451 were killed when an augmented passenger broke into the plane's cockpit and ruthlessly butchered its flight crew. Details recovered from the black box recorder suggest that the man may have been suffering flashbacks to the AUG incident. That horrible day 2 years ago when augmented people all over the world flew into a psychotic killing spree, causing the greatest loss of life in recent history.
Sometimes you just have to let go and embrace what you've become.
Not gonna go all wonky on us now, Hansa, are ya?
Well, if I do, McCready, I guarantee you'll never see it coming.
Agent Jensen! Am I gonna have a problem with you?
No, sir. No reason to assume you would.
Good. Because you are the only augmented operative on this team, and I intend to make good use of you.
Listen up, all of you.
We got a sandstorm barreling down our ass and we can't afford to make mistakes. We're going after this man, an arms dealer named Shepard. He's ex-Bell Tower, one of the Special Forces commanders who disappeared during the incident.
And he's come out of hiding. That cannot be good.
It's not. He's selling weapons and military-grade augments to terrorists. This is Aran Singh, the undercover agent who lured Shepard out of his hole. Best you see Interpol's got. For 3 years he's worked hard to get him tight with the Jinn, an Iraqi smuggling cartel that's infected the Eastern Hemisphere like a plague. Last week, our arms dealer sent a message to the Jinn, offering to sell them a shitload of black market merchandise dirt cheap. They told Singh to handle the buy.
They're not gonna like it when Interpol disrupts their party. Singh's cover really that good?
It is right now. We need to keep it that way. This is where the deal's going down. A half-finished high-rise hotel that's been abandoned ever since the incident. It's not a pretty picture inside.
Let me guess. Most of the laborers were augmented with heavy-duty industrial rigs. So when the incident hit, and they all went schizo, things got gruesome real fast.
And no one, except for some homeless junkies, have been inside the place ever since.
So what's the plan, Director?
Singh's meeting Shepard on the ground floor, inside the hotel's main atrium. He sent the bulk of his Jinn crew to the penthouse levels to secure a vantage point. I want McCready's team to take up positions overlooking the atrium and make the arrest. Jensen, you're going in solo from the roof.
My objectives?
Keep the Jinn from joining the party. As far as we can tell, only one route connects the atrium to the penthouse level, a halfway decent elevator shaft. Here. I want you to block access to it.
Fine. Just cut me loose.
Do you plan on relying solely on your augments for this one? I'd recommend taking a little hardware, just to be sure.
Just to be sure.
We've got a UC in there. Might be easier to maintain his cover if he's not the only one still breathing when this is done.
Smart thinking.
Olha o facão.
But if anything does happen to him, you'll be telling his wife. After you get out of the hospital, of course.
What about range? There's lots of wide spaces and high ceilings in there, but a number of tight and constrained rooms too.
So it's a crapshoot, really.
Well, I'm not looking to play dice with anyone in there. Give me something with distance.
Your call. Less chance of being seen and compromising Singh that way. One last thing, Jensen. Singh said that Jinn are using some sort of portable Wi-Fi device to boost communications. He's got a better chance of maintaining cover if you disable it.
We'll keep an eye out for it. But aren't we on the clock here? You said there's a sandstorm moving in.
There is, and we got the intel on this mission at the very last minute. So we're scrambling a little. If it comes to it, your #1 priority is keeping the Jinn out of that atrium.
Copy that.
Time to put away your heavy thoughts, gentlemen. We're approaching the target building.
You're up first, Jensen. Let's do
Eu
this.
posso ir em non-lethal, mas tenho a certeza que vou... Isto vai dar merda.
Task Force Actual. This is Knife Leader. Engage Hush drives and descend to Angels 1-5.
Tenho a certeza que eu vou começar aos tiros na mesma. Vocês não me conhecem, eu posso começar em non-lethal e do nada começo a matar tudo o que mexe. Eu sou assim. Eu!
Team leader, this is Jensen. I'm on
Team
the roof.
Leader, this is Jensen. Como vocês podem ver, o jogo está longe de estar no máximo. E dá aqui de vez em quando aqui uns lagzinhos.
Roger that.
McCready will advise once his team is on the ground. Miller out.
Eixe, a água nem tem efeito. What the fuck? Ainda não tinha reparado. Nem fazem efeito de água. Ai, que merda. Tem aqui uns lagzinhos. Isto nota-se. Isto nota-se porque o jogo é mesmo assim. Não tem nada. Ah, não sei o que é que está escondido. Quem estava ali para cima. Olha agora. Agora. Ah, se calhar é aqui, não? Deve ser aqui, não? Credit ship. Triangle code. Use the Deus Ex Universe phone app to scan this triangle code. Não me apetece. Eu depois experimento. Oh! Oh! Tá bem. Fight triangle codes. Nem sequer sabia que aquilo estava ali escondido. Eu gosto é de fazer isto assim. Quase que ia acertando. Vai, voltas no raio. Ah, quase. Bem, vamos então aqui andando, né?
Jensen, we're moving through. Oh, fuck!
What's wrong?
The Jinn have got a few Jennies up and running. We're gonna have to hack keypads.
You should enjoy it, McCready. They have colors and shapes.
É
Just
o
remember, red
cabelo do
means bad.
Jensen a mexer. Olha ali, olha ali. Ele, o cabelo do Jensen a mexer. Só física, meu. Se não me engano, isto tem a ver com a física daquilo do Trash Effects ou uma cena qualquer. Oi? Epá, aquilo desaparece na água, isso é mesmo feio. Isto é mesmo feio, pá. Isto não. Estou a ficar desiludido com os efeitos de água do jogo. E olha. Aquilo desaparece por isso simplesmente. Pronto, já tenho um defeito por onde apontar. Já não leva 10 por causa disso, não, querias. Um efeito tão básico, tão simples e não o fazem. Pô. Pronto, se nós cagarmos no B, temos o augmento de build, isto é o que nós podemos usar. Né? Isto gasta um bocado de energia, né? Aqui gasta Smart Vision e tal. O efeito veio um bocado tarde. Ora bem. Tenho que ligar aqui as cenas. Vamos aqui. Pegar isto. Pois está, o jogo está injogável. Está feio.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated.
Está complicado.
Access granted.
Access granted. First try. Wait. Tutorial mode, follow. Ó. Aim at the cover next to the green place. Okay. What the fuck? Oh my. Ora bem, arma, quero uma pistola, quero a pistola, quero a pistola. Está aqui a pistola. Caralho, estou foda. Tenho aqui, multitool. Acho que isto é coisas que o gajo depois vai poder adquirir, se não me engano. Restore power of the keypad. Takedowns. Este é o mapa. Jam the signal boost. Espera aí, aqui isto vou meter no... Vai só um. Ó, veja. Ah. Oi! Tá doido. Tá louco o gajo. Opá, vou fazer end, caralho. Foda-se. Claro que quero. Gajo de foda. Pronto. E agora basicamente, agora venho ao inventário e vou meter isto no 2. Ui. Não acertei no gato, certeza. Agora acertei. Oh, foda esta merda. Eu aproveito para limpar o sebo tudo. E agora isto aqui, vou aproveitar, vou agarrar nisto e vou meter 3. Vamos aqui agarrar nisto. Hack. 45!
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated.
Oi! Já me fodi, queres ver?
Access
Não.
granted.
Olha lá. O Acarajé Plays, e aí? Tudo bem, rapaz?
Jensen, Mac, listen up. Doppler shows that sandstorm's moving in fast. It's big
Digo-te já,
and it's gonna hit us
Acarajé,
hard.
que eu
God, I hate
jogo
the
uma
fucking
merda
desert.
nisto.
Confirm visual?
I can. Time is not on our side.
Copy that.
Solid copy.
Já não jogo muito tempo um jogo destes. Má. Oi. Tá louco. Ah, eu tiro o erro da física, vá. Espera ver, eu queria era ver uma coisa. Deixa-me ver uma coisa. Advanced stacking, ok. Eu queria fazer. Eu queria fazer secundária gyms. Set up somewhere in the penthouses. Seeing got a better chance of maintaining cover if I can find and disable it. Nada é para carregar no gajo. Não dá. Ou não? Ia ficar assim um bocado coisa, não é? Ah, olha, não é o teu estilo de jogo. Nos vídeos que eu vejo de ti, pronto, o que eu vejo é mais... É mais... como é que é dizer? É mais Battlefield. Pronto, eu acho que... Pronto. Acho que este não é um jogo para ti, sinceramente. Oi! Vocês querem ver aqui esta burrice? Vocês querem ver o que eu vou fazer? Bomba! Tipo, cala-te! Agora eu vou fazer assim e assim! Maravilha! Mas é de fazer aqui os reloads. Eu acho engraçado é que o pessoal não tem um jogo e sabe as cenas mais do que nós que temos. É porque nós também nunca... Nós também é errar nos preocuparmos muito com isso.
عشان نخزن المخازن اللي موجودة على السطح عشان تكون بعيدة من الرمل.
Good. There's too much riding on this deal. Last thing we need is the drums breaking down.
فهمت. يلا نبتدي نتحرك.
Oi? Tá baixo.
McCready, how you making out?
Slower than expected. It's like someone's tilled a fucking cemetery down here.
Say again?
When the shit hit the fan in 27, the rush must have been for the stairs. There's corpses everywhere. A lot of your cousins are here too, Jensen. You want me to grab you any spare parts?
No parts, but I take mine with cream and 2 sugars while you're asking.
Estou a falar.
No, there's nothing here, just sand.
Ui. Sei que há muita gente aqui em cima a ver. Eu queria fazer isto, mas está complicado. Pá, o visual eu até gosto do visual como ele está. O visual do jogo até está muito bom e Deus Ex é conhecido por este visual mesmo. É um visual cyberpunk, não é? Coisa um bocado mais arrojada, um bocado mais fora do normal. Eu não sei o que é que estou a fazer. Estou a tentar tomar outras vias, mas aqui volto ao início. Pois lá está. Aqui volto ao início. Oh, Haka, este cover já estava desde o Human Revolution. Isto já é cover de Human Revolution. Portanto, não está aqui nada de novo. Não está aqui nada que as pessoas não saibam. E é como cacete. Holy shit. Ah, tem aqui 2 gajos. Aliás, acho que são 3. Se não me engano, até acho que são 3. Deixa eu ver o timing dos gajos para ver o que é que os gajos fazem. Ok. É melhor não me aventurar muito. Ah é? Não sei de nada. Queria era que aquele aparecesse agora. Foda-se. Ah, ainda bem. Porra.
Jensen, what's your 20?
Working my way through the penthouses.
Remember to keep an eye out for the Jin's communications booster, if you can disable it.
Roger that.
Pá, eu estou a tentar fazer o meu melhor para ser o máximo stealth possível, porque eu para stealth... Eu para stealth não sou lá muito bom, não. Oh, toma! Eu para stealth não sou lá muito bom, não. Andar aqui agachadito é engraçado, mas pronto. cara sana. Nossa, que eu já estou a fazer merda. Eles estão lá todos em baixo. Certo. Nossa, o que é que eu estou a fazer?
يا ريت نخلص الحوار ده قبل ما الريح ده يجي علينا. نحتاج كل
O que é que eu estou a
الأسلحة
fazer? Não me vou foder.
الموضوع شكلها هتطول. لازم نخلص بسرعة. سمعت الدوشة؟
Merda.
لازم نروح نشوف الموضوع ده. ممكن يكون واحد مننا. خلي بالك.
Pronto. Pronto para abrir tiro. Deu merda, temos pena. Toma granada. Epa, os gajos são loucos. Hã? Oi? Vamos ver, você já sabe. São loucos, os gajos. Ah, eu já vos disse, eu quando é para matar é mato logo. Porra.
انت مستني ايه؟
Ah, pronto.
هناك في البلكونة. تعالوا ورايا.
Foi um.
انت حيوان ومش محترم.
Ai. Faz-me falta as coisas das pistolas e o caraças. E olha, deu merda. Pá, falhei. A tropa manda desenrascar. E como é que o gajo desenrasca? Mata. Pronto. É fácil, é barato e dá milhões. É ou não é? Chegar a 3. Ah, eu queria saber era onde é que está o gem. Ah, há aqui gás, ok.
Listen up, everyone. Chang's hacked into the Jin's radio signal. Checking the patch now. We should be hearing Sing any second.
خليل، الراجل اللي هيبيع لنا الحاجات جايه كمان شويه. روح قول لبقيه الناس ان انا هحصلكم وخليكم يعني منتظرين.
Patch is clean.
Solid copy. Good. I'll repatch us once the deal kicks off.
Olha, acho que é isto. Nice.
Miller, I've disabled the Jin's comms booster. Should make it harder for them to listen in on the deal.
Good work. With luck, Sing's cover will still be intact when this is over.
Roger that. Moving on to primary target now.
Bela!
Já está outra vez a arder, aqui tudo lá outra vez. Já vinham para cá, vai ser para lá outra vez. Exatamente, vai para lá outra vez, parece que a casa... Aquilo é perigoso. Se aquilo não ficar bem apagado, qualquer ventito, aquilo acende.
Exato. É verdade. Não, mas é. Porque aquilo depois vão as fagulhas, aquela porcaria toda.
Aqui, basta vir um bocadinho de vento, aquilo até é tudo outra vez.
Sim, é verdade.
Está bem.
Pois é. Ora bem, então vamos lá continuar aqui. Estão aqui gajos. Estão aqui gajos, sim senhora. Estão aqui gajos. Oi? Tu estás já... Acho que agora para aqui... Não, opa, opa! Não sei, é que há incêndios lá na zona... Há incêndios lá na zona...
Jensen, we're inside the atrium, taking up positions on the terraces. What's your 20?
Still moving.
Well, hurry the fuck up. Enemy helos inbound and this sandstorm's getting close. You get that comms booster disabled?
Affirmative. Booster's fried.
So maybe the Tin Man does have a heart after all. Way to look out for your team. Creedy out.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated.
Okay. Merda. Para.
Access granted.
Access granted. Então vá, tchau, Raka.
This is Jensen. Penthouse access route secure. Jin shouldn't be a problem. Over.
Copy that. About fucking time. Enemy helo sighted. right, strike force. Position and hold.
Strike 1, in position.
Strike 2, all set. Strike 3, yeah.
Strike 4 in position and holding, boss. Eyes up, safety's off, guys.
Yeah, no shit, brown nose.
Watch your fucking mouth, Halliday.
Both of you shut up. 5 in position.
Everybody stay sharp. Singh's got eyes on Shepard. Patching you in now.
Target's in the AO. Remember, Singh's down there, so watch your fire.
You got balls, Singh? Executing a buy with a sandstorm on our ass?
Cannot take credit for Mother Nature, mister.
You can call me Shepard.
How biblical. Are these the weapons?
The Ogs. They're getting harder to come by. Guns are still on the chopper. Show me the cash quick and we'll...
Oh, what the? Shepard is dead.
What? By who? What's going on down there?
Miller, this isn't the Jinn. Repeat, it's not the Jinn.
They're after the weapons. Open fire! Open fire!
Weapons free! Open up!
Greedy. Making a grab for the chopper. You got a shot?
Negative. We're under heavy fire down here. We can't let that chopper take off, Jensen.
I got it.
This is bad! They're closing in! We're gonna lose Singh! Jensen, I can't reach him!
Agora. Então.
Jensen, this sandstorm might have just bought us some time, but you need to disable that chopper.
Copy that.
Moving!
Miller, chopper's been grounded. Repeat.
Jensen! You're welcome.
You're welcome.
Shit.
Artificial eyes to prosthetic limbs.
From molecular-sized computers.
Human-controlled evolution available to all. We will merge with machines, with computers.
When this is done, the Illuminati won't be able to control men and women like you.
No, stop!
Plan.
Scenes of horror on the streets of Detroit.
Kind of madness has gripped mechanically augmented people.
Shanghai, Los Angeles, Ankara, Dubai.
People are dying out there. Millions of people.
The search for survivors in Pangaea has been downgraded to a recovery mission.
The Czech Republic leads a growing list of countries calling for the relocation of its augmented citizens. It's a new world, Adam.
exploiting people like us.
Bust into safe and secure segregation. Therapy industries closely to the worst.
You didn't think it would end with the Og incident, did you?
We were victims. This is retribution for a tragedy we cannot control.
They control the news. They buried the truth with disinformation.
Multiple detonations. Looks like horrible.
Another terrorist attack, this time in a police station.
The United Nations Security Council has tasked
A new anti-terrorist intelligence and response team will have global
Task Force
jurisdiction.
29.
Agent Jensen.
Agent Jensen. Dizes tu. Deus Ex. Mankind Divided. Incrível. Cão louco. Loading. Loading bem comprido. Achas que já cheguei ao fim, ao Falcão? Tu também às vezes. Mas espero bem que isto não tenha brancado o jogo. Ué? Às vezes acontece.
What have the events in Dubai cost us?
They knew the risks.
How many assets did we lose?
All of them. This sandstorm didn't help.
The mission was a success.
Clearly, your scale for success is a generous one. However, the erratic nature of the attack could work to our advantage. Interpol will be confused for weeks, and with our continued guidance, the people will come
Já
round.
agora está uma confusão do caraças. Há aí fogos
We
perto
are all
do
in
caraças.
this for the long game.
Está tudo louco.
That's never changed.
You think so? Do I need to remind you all how far we have veered off course? The Og incident has caused a schism in society. Things are worse than we projected, and growing more unstable every day. This will not be tolerated. To ensure the success of our vision, the disruptive elements must be excised.
No one here disagrees with you. But let me fly to New York and I will personally evaluate the situation. We may already have the votes we need to ensure that the Human Restoration Act passes.
Very well. Stanton, you accompany. We may need to exert financial as well as political pressure to silence anyone opposed. Proceed. Elizabeth, I'll contact you later.
It won't succeed, Lucius, even with Dowd's money. You know what Rand will find in New York? Weak, ineffectual men. And with Nathaniel Brown still an unknown factor.
Of course. That is why we're proceeding with our alternate strategy. You have claimed much in the past, Deus.
Aquele gajo ali à frente, ele já está a ter nanotecnologia de certas
Everything is in
absolutamente.
place. We can initiate whenever you wish.
How secure your communications, Bob? Jaina seems to have eyes everywhere these days. He and his Juggernaut collective.
Jaina's won't be an issue. I've made arrangements. I laid the foundations. Now it is time to get everyone's attention.
Page, activate the sleep cell.
Page, activate the sleep cell.
Provavelmente vocês vão ver o apartamento, mas eu vou terminar a live stream aqui. Já são 10h30 e isto está aqui um bocado de confusão hoje. Está aqui um bocado de confusão.
Konečná stanice Růžičkovo nádraží. Příjezd za 5 minut.
Oh, tão giro. Uma gaja dormiu ao pé dele. Tão bonito. vai dar a impressão que eles já andaram tecnologia.
Just getting off the train
É uma
now.
tecnologia
Copy
mais à
that.
frente do
We'll
que...
debrief when you get in. You coming straight to the office?
Unless there's a problem at a checkpoint.
Your papers should be in order. Just keep your head down. Miller out.
Miller. Mas eu vou começar o jogo novo, porque eu fiz as coisas um bocado à pressa e não vi bem, isto está aqui um bocado de confusão hoje e tudo.
Cut off.
Cut off.
No, I'm afraid they are not. What? The papers are no good. You just let my wife say.
You, come here. Yes, you.
Vladimir Shukrovich.
So sorry.
Very sorry.
Mas bem pessoal, nós vamos ficar por aqui, pronto. Está aqui um bocado de confusão e tal. Pronto. Espero que tenham gostado da live stream. Eu gostei de fazer, o jogo está fixe. Mas eu vou começá-lo de novo. Para estar com mais atenção, que eu fiz as coisas um bocado à pressa. Fiz as coisas um bocado... Fiz assim as coisas um bocado assim à balda. Quero fazer as coisas com um bocadinho mais de calma e tal. E do jogo, meter aqui... pessoal, espero que tenham gostado da live stream. Não sei quem é que vai fazer a live stream amanhã, porque eu não sei quem é que vai fazer a próxima live stream, sinceramente. Não sei quem é que vai fazer a próxima live stream. Mas pronto, espero que tenham gostado, pessoal. Peço desculpa pelas interferências, mas pronto. Isto hoje está um caos por aqui, por estas bandas, por isso. Pessoal, espero que tenham gostado. Até uma próxima live stream.